Hey folks, Will here again with Happily Ever Outdoors. So in this really quick video, I'd like to talk to you folks about the power of positive thinking. Just keep watching. Alright folks, so I'm not going to try to say anything super deep or profound in this video. I just want to talk to you guys about the power of positivity. Now, if you spend any time watching the news or television or on social media, then you probably have come to the same conclusion that I have, and that is that negativity is become so pervasive in our culture. From world politics all the way down to interpersonal relationships, everything has become negative, negative, negative. And the irony of negativity is it creates kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more negative we are, the less likely we are to achieve our goals. After all, the primary message of negativity is, I can't. Whether you're blaming it on society or you're blaming it on another person, blaming it on your job, blaming it on your circumstances, either way, when you get down to it, the message is, I can't do it. Unfortunately, as human beings, it seems like we tend to be predisposed to negativity. If you think about the thought process you go through your average day, and if we all kind of took inventory of how many positive and how many negative thoughts we had during the day, I guarantee you we all would have to admit that there were far more negative than there were positive. And I'm just as guilty, if not more so, than some of the people who are probably watching this video right now. Now, of course, I'm well aware that we all have problems and challenges and setbacks in our own lives, but those problems don't need negativity. What they need is solutions. They need creativity and they need a positive outlook. So I want to encourage you guys right now, this week, whatever challenge it is you're facing, think about maybe it's that big goal, that big dream you've had for a while, you've never went after. Maybe it's, you want to get further education. Maybe it's you want to go for a new career, or maybe you want to move to a new location, or maybe it's a relationship that you want to improve. No matter what it is, I want to encourage you right now to stop thinking negative and start thinking positive. What is one positive thing I can do today to move me towards that goal, to change that thing in my life that I want to see changed? And folks, it all starts right here in your mind and down here in your heart. If you don't get that adjusted, if you don't get that refocused, nothing else is going to change in your life. And the awesome thing about changing what's going on here and here is that even if your circumstances don't change right away, even if it means a long road ahead and a lot of hard work to get to where you want to be, things are going to immediately start getting better. So often we don't even realize how many great things, how many blessings we have in our life because we fail to stop and take inventory. And we've always got that long list, right? That's well inventoried, broken down of all the negative things in our lives. But what about the positives? If you have your health, if you have a family that cares about you, if you've got good friends, if you've got a job that at least pays the bills and puts a roof over your head, those are things you can be grateful for today. And when you begin to do that, immediately your life is a lot better, a lot more enjoyable, and that can start right now. So once you've made that decision, that commitment to start changing what's here and start turning your focus towards the positive, think of one concrete decision, one concrete step that you can make today to move in that positive direction that you want to see your life headed towards. Maybe you do have an opportunity to make that one huge life-altering decision that'll completely change the course of your life right now. But more often than not, it's choosing a path, it's choosing a course, it's choosing a direction that you want to begin heading towards. And the important thing to remember is that no matter how long the journey is ahead, it all begins with that one step. And if you never take that first step, you'll never complete your journey. So I want to challenge you right now, that one thing in your life that maybe you see as the biggest problem, the biggest challenge, the thing you probably complain to your family and friends about, and you spend a lot of time complaining about to yourself up in here, what can you do to start correcting that problem, that issue, moving in that direction you want to go this week? Real talk, one of the things that started to bother me a little bit lately, working in an office job, if you don't really make a concerted effort to go out and get that training, do that exercise on your own, you start to get a little bit of an extra something going on right here. For me, it's the gut, and it's starting to bother me. At first I was able to kind of ignore it a little bit, but now it's starting to get a little harder to ignore. Now I can't really go for a run right now because I've got a little bit of a messed up knee that's been giving me problems off and on, but I do plan on going out for a nice long power walk. Why? Not because I love power walks, believe me, I don't, but because I want to take care of my body. I want to be in better shape. And the reality is, if that's my goal, if that's what I want to do, I've got to take those steps. In the same way, if you've got a big goal, a big dream that you're working towards, you've got to expect there's going to be a lot of small steps along the way. There's going to be a lot of times where you're tired, you're hurting, you don't want to keep doing it, but you keep your eye on that goal, you keep your mind right up here, you keep your heart right down here, and you keep pushing forward. Alright, so just in case any of you thought I was telling stories, does this look like the face of somebody who's hanging out on the couch eating potato chips? Nah. Trust me, this is not a good time, but I know it's good for me. And anything that's really worth having in this life, you've got to work for it. I want to leave you guys with one closing thought for this week when it comes to negativity. The thing about negativity is that it is really hard to compartmentalize. See, we like to start and kind of just be negative about this one area in our life, right? Like whether it's maybe my job, right? I really do not like my job, but I just kind of put this in a box and then I come home and try to ignore it. Or maybe it's your home life and you just try to put that in another box and then just ignore it and go to work. But the reality is negativity is kind of like an ice cube tray. Once you fill up one compartment, it tends to just keep overflowing into the next, into the next, into the next, until every compartment of your life is full of negativity. So when you see negativity kind of popping up in your life, you've really got to root it out because it is going to spread and eventually it's going to take over. The good news though is that in much the same way, positivity is also hard to compartmentalize. Once you become positive in one area of your life, and a lot of times it starts with that area that maybe you feel is really negative or needs the most work. But if you can bring positivity into that one part of your life, it's going to tend to overflow into all the other parts of your life as well. And don't forget that when it comes to both negativity and positivity, it doesn't just start with your own life. Eventually, it's going to overflow into the lives of those around you, for better or for worse. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead, go home, get showered, cleaned up, changed, spend some time with my family. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and go ahead and comment below and let us know what you think. Until next time, stay happy, stay outdoors.